when we look at the men, well, we've got 9 men in this final. Alana, why have we got 9 men competing tonight?
Well, there were a lot of ties in the men's semifinal, and Yoshiyuki and Hamish tied as well in qualifiers, so they counted back and to qualifiers and then ended up having to take both of them to finals.
Yeah, he's looking fun, he looks dynamic, and he's always very explosive. So easily into the start, gets stood up, makes that first clip, and he is underway into this tricky first sequence because there isn't really any holds here. He's just holding on to those volumes.
Hopefully, as a boulderer, or primarily a boulderer, he should not have too much trouble with this. Usually the starts of routes are meant to make the climbers uncomfortable, and the route setters want the athletes to waste energy.
So that feeling of uncomfortableness, is it just meant to unsettle them a bit?
Yeah,
or?
And makes you overgrip everything, and maybe second guess your movements. So you might take longer to do a move that, you know, if you had just done first try, you would have saved a bit of energy.
So Yoshiyuki is through that tricky first sequence, comes up to the first break in the wall, and this is where it becomes...
A little jumpy jump.
Yeah, a little bit of a jump here, so first pressure move.
Woo. No problem for him.
Easy, wasn't it? He set himself up. So it becomes about 50 degrees overhanging in this sequence. You've climbed on this the other day. What does it feel like when you're actually on the wall in his position right now, in that kind of steepness?
Well, if you can see here, he's even more than 50 degrees overhanging. He's like, his head was below his foot. It feels very intense. I got a little, we had a move kind of similar where you were almost sideways upside down, and I felt a little discombobulated.
Yeah, is it disorientating?
Yeah.
Because you know, when you climb on overhanging things, sometimes you get confused about where up is. Oh, big swing from Yoshiyuki. And now this is the move, and he does face the audience.
Oh. Nice little shadow match with the hand and the foot there.
Yeah,
very
the
clean.
Static strength he has to do that.
Yeah.
So Yoshiyuki about halfway up this wall now.
He's looking very calm.
He is looking good at the moment. Drops back down in order to rest. That left hand is not as good as he's making it look, which is usually the case, to be honest, in World Cups.
Yeah.
It's hard to really understand how bad some of these holds are. And I know we get close-ups on it, but remember, he's 50 degrees overhanging. Look at the quick draws, and he's holding on to disgusting things, and it's really hot. So this is a tricky sequence.
Welcome back.
Oh, bumping that right hand up. Looking for maybe a bit of a knee scrub there. Bumps out onto the dish, cuts loose.
Big move.
This men's route so far, it's a physical one, it looks like.
Looks like he might have just skipped a hold or two doing that really big move out. Now he's gone back.
So interesting here. Remember, this is the first time we've seen an athlete on this. Now he crosses through. And with all those dynamic moves, of course, you've got to wonder how much he's got left in the tank for the top of this. We know it's a resistance route.
And it, should really just build from here.
Yeah, this is it. Right, let's see how many laps Yoshiyuki Ogata has been doing. Slightly hesitating now.
Got it, come on.
Pops up with the right hand. Tricky foot match.
Oh.
Just in those last few moves, you could see it start to build for him.
Whoa.
So he's got a lot of history pressure on him here as he gets going. Only 4 men in history have ever stood on top of a podium for GB.
British men.
Yeah, British men.
Yeah.
Yeah, just men in general. Never got up there. So Hamish is on the sloping section. Not the most experienced. I mean, it'd be interesting to see whether a start like this will unsettle him a bit. But no such problems at the moment.
Generally quite a calm climber. Calm and collected, which is pretty impressive for his age.
I mean, he's got an impressive CV already. He was almost a triple world champion last year.
At his first adult competition.
Yeah, he won the juniors, the bouldering and lead, and then came centimetres away from winning the senior lead. So he's got huge potential. Hamish on the sloper with the right hand. And he's pretty easily through that first part. Doesn't seem to be too unsettled by the route setter's tricks.
Now he's gonna not clip. Bold.
That is bold,
So
yeah.
you know he's very confident in that when he just goes for the jump, knowing that the holds that he's jumping to have to be better than the ones he's jumping off of.
It's an interesting decision, that one, because it doesn't seem like a particularly difficult clip to make from below because of the extension on it, but...
It's true, which I'm sure the root setters did intentionally. They want you to clip it from below, but...
Yeah, because you must be close to almost hitting the ground if you're going off the top.
I've, like, training with him, he's just very confident. He doesn't... I'm sure he looked at that move and went, I'm not going to fall there, so why bother clipping off a worse hold?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, so Hamish McArthur in confident form as he now rests, gets the quick draw swinging to make it easier to clip. And there's a difference, isn't it? We saw Alex Megos disqualified in Chamonix for weighting it. There's a difference between that and what Hamish did.
Yeah, Hamish just, like, tapped it so it started to swing. I think Alex's foot slipped and his hand, he actually, obviously put weight into.
Yes, you are allowed to touch it, just not load it.
Yeah. And obviously sometimes it's hard to tell. Oh, he's getting into this spin around.
Yeah, that right hand crimp is blocked, so he can't match it. And he does turn, oh no, almost into the wall. Powerful sequence from Hamish, and then gets the heel locked in.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the best heel hook.
No, it doesn't. You gotta say, Hamish is looking pretty good at the moment, but remember, this is one of those routes where it's not about individual sequences necessarily, but it's about executing them perfectly. Hamish all about the heels as he gets another one in.
Starting to look a little more tired. Oh, no.
Oh, snatches!
The big ones are either Chamonix or Briançon with the amazing French crowds that come out for these events.
Yeah, and similar to Chamonix, it's a very educated crowd as well. They know climbing.
Yes.
They're not just cheering everything, they're cheering the important bits.
Yeah. Yeah, Briançon is really is a climbing town, just like Chamonix, so.
But this is, and Filip is kind of feeling around because you can see there's not a lot to go on. He is kind of using the back where the volume meets the wall, but doesn't want to make a mistake here.
Yeah. So, yeah, now you see what I meant, but by the root setters want to make them feel unsettled.
And if it's your first finals as well, a start like that, it's going to start getting into his head a little bit if he can't get it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully he's just able to stay calm, but...
It looks like he has reset and thought about it.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of a nervy start from Filip Schenk as now he looks more confident coming in. You need a few good moves sometimes, you know, like big boosty moves to sometimes get into the feeling of it. So, Filip is underway. Slaps some chalk onto his leg. Maybe gives himself a bit of a talking to, and he will continue just underneath the overhang now.
Good. This hold is a good opportunity for him to just reset a little bit. Be like, okay, the route starts now.
Yeah, this is
I'm
it.
Still okay.
Yeah, because he won't have pumped out. It's a good start.
No, just I'm sure that the heart is racing a little bit more than he wants it to be at this moment. But I'm really glad he made it through that.
Yes, that was definitely a moment I thought he might not. So Filip Schenk continues. Will he do the Hamish glory leap? Or hopefully the glory leap. Hopefully he'll clip below. Oh, he's not. He's going to do it. All right, here we go.
Go for it. Nice.
No, it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those where, as you said, it's a worse hold from below. You're a bit stretched out, and the jump does look juggy.
Yes.
So Filip Schenk makes the second clip. He'll rest again here. Keep an eye on the time down on the bottom right. They have 6 minutes in order to climb the route. They have to do it before that runs out. It's 3:50 on the clock. The time is never really a factor. Recently, anyway, we've seen a couple of instances where athletes have come close, but in a final, I haven't seen someone being timed out in a bit.
Right. Did Brooke timed out?
Brooke was semis, yeah,
okay.
and Jesse was semis as well.
Okay.
But we will keep an eye on it because he is. I mean, he's only a third of the way up, really.
I think it would be really impressive to have enough endurance to time out on this steep of a wall.
Yes. It's a pretty good point. Imagine hanging on for 6 minutes on that.
Oh, no, I think I wouldn't be able to unless it was like 6C.
Yes. Right, so Filip gets a toe in.
Yeah, come on, Filip.
Oh, and he's trying to match this, and that's not the way. He goes through.
Big pull there. I think he was just trying to pull on his own arm, which is a smart thing to do when you can't match the hold.
So this is a good battle from Filip, reading these sequences. He's now got another resting position with that heel. Hamish did a similar thing. Now flicks it to a toe and a heel on the right as he crosses through. And this is where we saw Hamish start to get fatigued.
Yeah, Filip looks like he just turned up the pace. He's going a lot faster now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Crosses under.
Oh, what is he grabbing?
Oh. So a two-finger sort of, I don't know what you call it. It's not an undercling, it's not quite a crimp.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
It's kind of a bit of both, though.
2 golds already this year. 1 in bouldering, 1 in lead. Both
At the
from
same
Innsbruck.
competition. Incredible performance by him there.
Not a bad week's work, is it?
Yeah. It was like 3 days, actually.
Yeah, true.
Less than a week.
So he is underway. Colin did some amazing things during the semi-finals, including something I haven't seen in a semi-finals, which he did a stacked knee bar. So he was stacking his own legs on top of each other in order to get the knee bar in, which was...
A little cross-leg knee bar, yeah.
Twice he did it.
Fancy.
Yeah, very fancy. 1 down low, which didn't really work, and 1 up high, which definitely did. Smart climbing from him. No getting tripped up on the opening sequence for Colin. Hands on the slopers, and the temperature in the stadium is pretty good right now.
Oh, other foot than other people did. Oh, he's not. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, interesting.
He didn't put his foot on the big edge like other people did.
Colin clips from down low and then sets himself up for the jump.
Nice.
His core tension kicked in almost immediately. He had his hands on that kind of scorpion backwards a little bit,
but not much.
Yeah, straight away. Colin takes a deep breath, looks at that second clip and just needs to change his hands around in order to make it. So good opportunity for Colin to rest before the next sequence. Thought about using that second hold you can see there, thought better of it. More of a foot really.
Interesting little foot right next to a other big hold.
Yeah, and I think he might have a heel on it now. So this...
No, his heel's in the
it's
big
on the
scoop.
jug.
Oh,
Yeah.
there,
There
what
we
you,
go.
Okay.
There's logic. So he spins, gets upside down.
There we go. That's the spin we were told was the sequence from the setters.
Colin looking through his legs back at the audience for a second there. And you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, that graphic, that is our current leaderboard. So he needs to get up to the #1 position where Yoshiyuki Ogata currently is.
So they did end up awarding Filip the 26.
Yeah, so he gets bumped into second position. And Hamish down in bronze at the moment. Oh, powerful move that from Colin to reach through to the crimp. And now the crowd get behind him. They know this is really where they have to start digging deep.
Come on, Colin.
Stretches out to the right, and then this sequence Yoshiyuki Ogata had to think about a little bit.
This is the one that Yoshiyuki went straight left all the way to the big circle. And this is this nasty undercling that Filip fell off of. Colin had his feet a lot higher, his body a lot higher, so it didn't look like an issue for him.
So Colin, good at the moment, getting these sequences read well. Now he drops his feet down to the second lower dish. Strange thing that you kind of go up and then drop back down and then carry on up again. A little peak in the middle of the route. Look how small those holds are. This is where the burn starts to come. Colin nears the high point, 32. He's aiming for 34 plus. So he's close. Moves into second position, but he wants more. Oh, drops the cross through.
Same move as Yoshiyuki.
Okay, well, that's our first 4 done. But he does look like he's climbed himself into that kind of fitness. He was so strong at the start and sort of seemed to get away by climbing quickly, and then
Yes.
now we're in this position. It seems like he's got that back a bit, that endurance, that resistance.
Yeah, he's able to have enough training time to sort of, change his style back to a little bit slower, more traditional lead climber, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. He still does those outrageous shoulder moves that we
Yes.
used to be doing.
Oh, he goes other hand to that hold.
All right, so Yannick using something different through that first part. He's on 8. Current leader is Colin Duffy. He got upgraded, as we'd expect, to that 34 plus. So due to count back to semi-finals, he takes the top spot at the moment. So this is climber number 5 out. If you're just joining us, my name is Matt Groom, and I'm here with Alana Yip in the commentary box, pro athlete from Team Canada. She's giving us some excellent insights here into the athlete's mindset. Big jump from Yannick Flohé.
That looks like a fun jump.
It does, in this resting position, it's hard to really get a perspective of it, but he's upside down, just head down towards the stage. And imagine the thousands of people out towards his left watching this. It's a really, really special place to go climbing.
Oh, interesting. He doesn't rest for almost at all there.
No, he doesn't. It's hard to see what he's holding on to with that left hand as well.
Nothing very good.
Nothing very good, no. It's good work by the route setters here, creating this 3D sequence. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's...
Full campus.
Yeah.
Nice.
Come on, and again. It's a roundabout for Yannick Flohé. That's what he's got, though. He's got that in the tank. He can pull it out, can't he?
Yeah. And that's a move that came originally from bouldering and now has become, I don't know, fairly commonplace on the lead circuit, especially in finals.
Yeah, and I think actually this is one of the best examples I've seen of it, because so often the route setters stick it in and the athletes break the beater. Oh,
there we go. Okay.
Flicked around, then got the heel in.
Tried to get his foot up too fast. Is he going to go straight out?
He
Yeah.
is.
Just like Yoshiyuki?
Maybe he read it with him. I mean, it makes sense. They're both very good boulderers together. Maybe they have that similar style.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, I would say they do have a similar style. Very committed.
But in a
Very
similar way
strong.
for Yoshiyuki, he's dropped back down again.
Yeah.
Yannick looking good at the moment. So crosses through, precise, not looking too pumped.
Yeah, it seems very fast too. He's less than 3 minutes, he's already on the head wall. Oh,
Yeah, but this is where you can see. Right, so how much has he got left? Again, a physical sequence.
Okay, come on, Yannick. Okay.
Watch that
together.
leaderboard, he's on 33.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, and makes the cross.
And you see how he did it more statically than the others.
And he'll get the plus for that as well, so 35 for sure. It done.
Yeah.
Go. So his teammate, Alex Megos, is out and about. He's in good form, is Alex, at the moment. Did well in semi-finals. Might suit him, this kind of a route, that kind of endless endurance.
I think it will suit him very well. He's very well-known outdoor climber, of course. And that's often what outdoor climbs are more like. It's just endless endurance.
So this could be one for Mr. Megos here. Can he get into the top 3? He's aiming for at least 34 plus.
Ideally, higher.
Ideally higher, yeah, because we've got a few big names to come.
Yes.
Including Jesse Grupper, Taisei Homma, Luka Potocar. So 3 to go after Alex.
I saw Alex this past week in the break in between comps in Seiyus.
Looking good.
I actually did not see him climb. I just saw him hiking up. Or just after hiking up when we were all very tired.
That's why he's got the endurance. He's been hiking up a big hill for,
Yeah,
for a couple of days. Yeah, Seiyus, a very famous crag, quite near to Briançon, about an hour and a half drive from here. And for a while, it had the world's second 9C on it before it got downgraded to 9B+.
Yes.
So a place Alex knows very well because he was the first ascensionist of that route. So he gets the heels in, and now he will begin the traverse sequence here. Oh, beautiful.
Also, full campus through. Very nice.
Sometimes it can just be the way, can't it? Like, obviously you want to try to get your feet on as much as possible, but
Yeah.
occasionally it's almost harder.
Yeah, and sometimes you spend more time on the holds by trying to figure out how to get your feet on as well.
So Alex reaches up onto the crimps, then comes out left, gets the heel in. A few people have got a bit confused through this, and he does a similar method.
Oh, he tries to get the knee bar in as well. Realizes it's not going to work. Hopefully he didn't burn too much on that move.
So I think both him and Yannick thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, Alex goes in left and has a really good... Now, this is a classic Alex move, isn't it? That high splits
Yes.
with the heel in. There's been a few memes about that over the years. He's very good at resting in those positions.
Yes, and he's very flexible. It's looking, yeah, quite calm and collected.
He is, isn't he? 2 toes. Then he drops down. Okay, so this is where we have to see how fit Alex is feeling here this evening. It's good so far.
Come on, Alex.
Next volume is where we've had the problems, though.
Okay.
So he is nearing the top 3 now.
Oh!
Nearly dropped it. This is a hard move.
Oh.
He's going to fall going up.
Ties Yannick.
Another 35 plus, but he will jump up.
Yes.
As I think. But he looks like he's falling off from quite early on. And then somehow he finds something in him and just grinds through sequences. It's really special to watch because you can see everything he's going through on his face. Well, you can usually anyway. He'll probably climb like, you know, with no expression at all now. But he's a real fighter and it's very fun to watch him climb.
Yeah. He's just trying to put on a good show for everyone. Make
Exactly.
everyone catch their breath a little bit.
Yeah, and he pushed Adam Ondra all the way in Chamonix, the only other athlete to get to the final hold.
Yeah.
So he is off and running here, easy through the first sequences. And I cannot wait.
Wow, I like the contrast of his blue uniform and his bright orange harness.
Good, yeah.
Cool.
I was saying before it started, I think the men's route is aesthetically really good-looking route. I love the green, or the teal and the white together. I know this should make no difference, but I'm pleased with how good it looks. By the way, Alex Megos' last win was 4 years ago, Briançon in France, 2018.
So here.
Here, exactly.
Yeah.
So could this be number 2 for him?
Yeah, we'll have to see. There's 3 more.
Yeah, exactly. So Taisei rests, and this is another thing he's very good at, is finding these rests. I know this is one that everyone else has got as well, but certainly in Chamonix, the main rest for the men, he used it better than almost anyone else.
Yeah, he does seem very good at utilizing resting positions. Whereas we saw, oh wow, he just grabbed that foothold and nobody else, everyone else touched it and did not like it.
He touched it twice, in fact. He wanted to reuse it.
Liked it so much.
Yeah. Oh, now that's a hard heel. So he's got to flick his hands out, does remove it, and he wants to match this, which is not the way, and he could be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, because he couldn't readjust the heel, otherwise he would have fallen. Couldn't match.
Couldn't readjust the hand very well.
So early drama from Taisei Homma. I told you it'd be good.
Yeah. But as we were saying before, the way he did it was actually probably quote-unquote safer because his feet were on, but he spent longer on every hold trying to figure out how to keep his feet on and keep moving. So it's really, sometimes it's a personal choice you have to make which way you're going to do it. More risky, but less energy, or less risky, more energy.
Yeah. Well, Taisei made his decision, and we'll find out now how much impact it's made.
Well, he just grabbed that nasty undercling crimp, so still looking okay.
He is looking good, looking fresh at the moment, but this is where it really kicks in. He's trying to match that. He does. Okay, so Taisei Homma will come through onto the head wall, so he's in contention at this point. Oh, big drop knee. He's tall as well, and he does use holds in a slightly different way from some of the other athletes. Rests again. Right, so this is it. This is the business end. Everyone is separated round about the next sequence. 35 plus for Alex, 35 plus for Yannick, 34 plus for Colin Duffy. That's our top three. Can Taisei Homma make an impact?
Come on, Taisei. So we saw him just rest over the lip there. Nobody else had found that rest.
But now he's starting to fight. Crosses through.
Oh my goodness. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
This is what Taisei Homma does. Look at this. He's still on.
Oh.
Okay, so Luka nods to his B-layer. 2 silver medals already. Can he get his first gold? For those in the know, Luka Potocar has been coming for a while now, always improving, getting better, grinding it out. And it's starting to pay off. Straight in with the heel, gets as much rubber as possible onto that volume. Drills the toe in. And as we know, it can be a bit awkward. That is Team Slovenia watching on. Domin Skofitz, Mia Krampel, and the rest behind. And they're nervous through that sequence of early fall of the... But he is clean and through. No one falling too early. Hamish down in 7th at the moment. So 25 is the lowest score. Oh, that was awkward. Yeah. Get that left hand very low.
Made it work though.
Yeah, and he's going to set up for the jump. Whew. Kicks the feet back in. Okay, so...
Oh, I'm nervous now. Come on, Luka.
Yeah,
Get
if
some back here.
your hands aren't sweating watching this, you're not a proper fan. Luka is stretched out on the wall. That's a good angle to show the overhang that they have to deal with.
You can see the 2 different options for resting, the way that I think Taisei went with the toe hook up above his head, and then some athletes have also opted to keep their feet low and stay head above their feet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously from looking at it, that looks like the more restful position, but of course, now he switches into the heels. They're not resting. Yeah, it looks better to do it the way he did, but have those heels, they do take a lot of weight off the arms when you get them in.
Yeah.
So this is where Taisei had a few moments, as does he.
He's going to go for keeping the feet on beta.
Yeah, Taisei almost put his heel on his own hand and had a bit of an awkward moment getting it out.
Yeah.
But he's having this match situation as well, and Luka is trying to work it. I think it just feels like an improbable move before you go for it, and then when you go for it, you realize it's in reach. He's going to try. He might try for a big move here.
Totally sure what to do.
No, he's not.
He's going back to keep the heel on beta. Oh no.
Right, so Luka has an issue, and he does come down. And let's see, Jesse Grupper had a fairly slow climbing in the semi-finals. Remember, he did get timed out in VLARs, so just keep an eye on the clock. We don't think it's really going to be a concern, but worth watching.
Wow, and just like that, we're on our 9th and last climber.
Yeah, it's been quick, isn't it? It's gone fast, coming up to 10 to 9 Central European time. And Jesse Grupper, our final athlete out. So Alex Megos is guaranteed a podium position, as is Taisei Homma. Just which colour will it be? We'll see. Can Jesse Grupper push any of them out of that top 3? And Jesse's another one of those who I'm always nervous because he again looks like he's going to fall off and somehow doesn't. Campbell Harrison was my co-commentator yesterday, and he was telling me that he's never seen a lock-off like the lock-off that Jesse can do. It's just like steel, apparently.
Yes, yeah, I would agree with that.
So Jesse rests down low.
Just regrouping after that uncomfortable first sequence.
And he will take his time.
Let's see how he does this next move. Luka opted to get the high left foot like this. Everybody else had the right foot on instead. Oh, come on, Jesse.
Because your own elbow kind of gets in the way. Oh, okay, he goes to the slope.
Okay.
That was really quite good what Jesse Grupper just did. Holding the sloper like that with the left hand.
Yeah. pretty clearly changed his mind in the middle of that move, and he still made it work, so that's good.
Yeah, it fully looked like he was going with the right, but anyway, he gets set up for the jump here. Easy in. Yeah, it looked like he was going with the right, and the last moment brought the left in.
Okay, hopefully he can rest and get some back here.
Jesse looks down at the clock. It's something he has been working on, the speed. He's aware that it's something that he needs to keep in mind, so he's been practicing that.
Yeah, that's good.
So he's got 3:48, and he's a third of the way through. Again, chooses not to rest in that high heel position. And I don't think it's a height thing, because Taisei Homma is tall, and he rested with the heels up.
Maybe it's just a comfort thing, or maybe not feeling like he has the time to rest, or he wants to.
So Jesse giving us some heart attacks here low. Yeah, that shot showed you why it's difficult. He is matching, wow. Well, he matched his own hand.
I hope he's calmer than I am right now.
No. So Jesse swings through that sequence, some unique stuff going on from him.
Okay, but he made it. He's rested a little bit.
Yeah, into the pocket, into the pinch, crosses
Hopefully
through.
enough.
And this is where Jesse will start to fight.
Come on, Jesse.
Rocks up with a heel, doesn't get trapped into trying that knee bar. Now, which method will he use? Looks like more normal, not dropping it, not going straight left. Thumb engaged as well on that dish, but what's he thinking about here?
Oh.
Okay, that's better. I thought it was about to launch left there.
Looking a little tired. Come on, Jesse.
So Jesse's onto the crimps.
Keep fighting, come on.
1:56 on the clock. Crosses through. Don't panic if you're a Jesse Grupper fan. This is what he does. He just keeps going like this.
I'm panicking.
Yeah, Alana is very twitchy next to me here, as she should be. It's making me nervous. So Jesse bumps up with the right hand.
Come on, Jesse, come on.
Everything is decided in the next few moves here. He's on 33, crosses so slowly, and this is the move. And he's going to pop for it. He's not going to go slowly, and he does stick it. He needs to make the clip, but I don't think he's going to care about it too much at this point.
Come on, Jesse.
He's in the lead. He doesn't know it.
Oh, he might know it by the sound of the crowd.
Yes, I think he will. This will be his first gold medal of the year, of his career, and he comes down. Does he know? Well, let's look at the confirmation of the results. Jesse Grupper, 37, his final score. No tops, but a hard route, followed by Taisei Homma in second place. Alex Megos rounds up the podium in third, followed by Yannick Flohé, Colin Duffy, Yoshiyuki Ogata. Him and Colin on 34 plus. Filip Schenk on 27, Hamish McArthur 25, and Luka Potocar 18 plus.